Okay, I'm getting ready to go in. Okay, we're on our way finally. My dog wants to sniff everything. She gets so excited when I come out here. Let me flip this around and show you what I'm looking at. See if I can hold this out here. And you'll see all this gravel. Well, the gravel's from, come on, when, why does she do that? The gravel's from when it floods down here. And it usually floods, I don't know, 5 or 6 times a year. This entire thing goes underwater. And not just a little bit. I mean, we're literally talking a good 10 feet. It makes it very difficult for walking, hard on the feet. And this is why not only should you get used to carrying your pack, and actually, I noticed with my pack, my lumbar is sitting too low. I need to adjust that when I get to where I'm at. I need to move it higher. And she's gonna do it again. Yep, every time. I don't know what that is. She wants to walk around me. Come on, get in front of me. Now, I came in with boots on this time. So, now my hiking shoes. I found when I was walking across these stones, my ankles were twisting too bad. The boots help to keep my ankles in place. I may have to invest in a good pair of boots. That's what I might have to do. And get that all set up. It's supposed to be the cleanest river in Tennessee. It does have quite a current. Come on. I think she forgot to walk in front of me. I guess I'm gonna cut through the trees here. Come on. See, now if I wanted to camp right here, I can't. My tent would not go into those rocks. Sleeping on them, well, I got the pads, but it would be too hard to set a tent up there. Now my hammock would be easy. Look at that. That, my friends, is a chair. Yes, sirree. Oh, we can take a load out here. Yes, yes, yes. So, this is pretty amazing. Quite beautiful. Oh. So, this is my terrain. And goes up and down, all rock, no gravel, no mud at all. Would have been nice to put a tent here, but too much gravel. And you see down there, looks like there was some type of river down there. Now it's about 50 degrees right now, but it's gonna go down to 28, -3 Celsius. It's gonna get freaking cold. I see a lot of people, you see that flat land down there, and they think, hey, I could put my tent down there. That would be the stupidest thing you do. All the water dumps in there. You get a rainstorm, or who knows, they release a floodgate at the other end. When it comes, then you'd end up in a mess. Higher the ground you can camp, kind of the better you are, because if it does start coming in, at least you get some warning. That's the nice thing. Whew. Well, I made it into camp. I think I found a good level place. Come on, get back. She drank half a bottle of water when we got in here. She was pretty thirsty. Yeah, it gets up to 50 degrees. It gets hot. It's even too hot for this jacket, but I want to be able to wear it tonight. Again, the ground seems pretty muddy. So when it's muddy like this, I don't clear any of the leaves. I leave them. But this looks like a better place. It's a little wider. Looked around for poison oak, poison ivy, didn't see none. And it's a little easier to get access to the water. I could actually get water at night if I needed to. But I gotta walk a little ways. I'm still off a cliff here, but there was a spot when I was walking in, I seen I can get down there and get in pretty easy. So getting water is gonna be easy this time. And first thing I did, I pulled my chair out, set up my chair, my 1-pound chair, so I'm not sitting on the muddy ground. And take a break, pull my pack off. And I guess get the tent set up first. And I suppose I'll pull her, actually, I think I'll pull the thermarest off the back of I think I'll pull the thermarest off the bottom of my pack and lay that down so she doesn't have to lay in the mud. So she's got some place to lay down. I noticed she doesn't really like sitting down in this cold ground. So I suppose I'll get that set up, get the tent set up, and all kinds of wood for firewood around here. I may get a fire going. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I'll come back to you guys after I get my tent set up and I get her mat. You see, the Thermarest pad comes in handy. And what I did was, these are about 20-30 bucks. I think they're 30 now. And they do reflect your heat back. But I cut one in half and she laid on it right away. Well, I ended up breaking my selfie stick. The tripod metal thing on the bottom popped out. I forced it too much. See what I mean? This piece here. When I get home, I'm going to have to get my epoxy out and re-epoxy that. See, there's another perfect example. If you don't get out and test this stuff, you have no idea what's going to hold up, what's going to break down. I mean, it looks good when you buy it. It looks good when you check the weight. I mean, you'll just be amazed. You know, I was cleaning off one of my shelves yesterday, and I couldn't believe it. I must have 16 pots that I bought over the last 10 years. I didn't even know I bought that many. I kept buying them looking for the best hookup, you know, where you put it all together, trying to get the perfect system. I never found it. Even though lots of YouTubers say they have, I never have. I do have the perfect system for a big setup when I go out with my wife with the truck, but I haven't found the perfect one for a backpack. You know, like most people bring a cup so they can hydrate Mountain House, and that's fine if that's all you eat. But you don't know what you're going to get into when you get there. You know, sometimes I'll make a nice big pot of tea, and I want the bigger pot. And I don't want to do it 3 or 4 times, so I'll do it in a bigger pot and pour it in a cup. But, you know, you never know until you get out here what you're going to do, what you're going to use. I mean, we got in, and we ain't in that far, so don't think I walked any amazing miles. We came in probably, I'm saying 2 miles, could be 1.5 miles. And, because we got out late, we got out like 12 o'clock. It's probably 2 now. So we've only got 3 or 4 hours of daylight. And, you know, it takes time to set up camp. And you just don't snap your fingers and up it goes. And when you do find a spot that's pretty flat, you kind of want to look at it and say, maybe I want to take advantage of that. And I'm not too far from getting water pretty easy. I do got to walk a little ways. But nothing terrible as long as I do it before dark. And I could do it with a light too. But my only concern tonight is it getting down to 28, -3. She's going to be cold. And that's my only concern. So my concern is, is my pad warm enough? And I think it is. It is my quilt. I did bring a coat for her. It was a last minute deal. I was like sitting there looking at my shelf and I go, you know, I bought that winter coat for her a long time ago. And it's not light. It probably weighs 1 pound. I carried in probably, who knows. But I'm so afraid of her being cold that I probably carried in, just for her alone. Oh, she's probably 3 pounds. I mean, I brought dog food. I brought the Thermarest, which I normally wouldn't have brought. Extra pad, extra Nemo pad for her. The dog food. I know, her doggy coat that I'll put on at night. But I just get more concerned about my dog. No vines around me, no nothing, no poison ivy, no poison oak. Not getting into that shit again. And I'm just kind of kicking back, relaxing on a chair right now. Went through 1 container of water, and my shaker bottle that I have on my pack, I went through that too. Boy, and I'm still thirsty. I'm going to be hitting the other jug soon. In about 20 minutes, we're probably going to have to go, get some water. I think I'll fill up all 3. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I'm in too far away, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, and I don't believe this. I carried all this down here. I got the camera set up. And then the battery went dead. So I had to walk all the way back just to get the friggin' battery. Oh, it's gonna be a whole lot easier than last time, I'll tell you. Oh. Water goes quick, man. Just pump some water through it. There we go. Okay. I always like to pump some water through it just to get the filter going. And there we go. Let's turn it this way. I don't know if it's going to connect to my shake cut. I haven't tried it yet. So we'll have to see. Oh. I don't know, I guess it takes a minute. A minute and a half. There we go. That's one. Let's try my... I think that's too big. Yeah, that's way too big. That's not going to work on that. So we're going to have to hang it over the edge. Oh, I don't want to use that. There we go. Okay. I need to rinse it. Have that Kool-Aid in there. Guess I should bring maybe a bag. One of those actual water bags. Okay. Jug number 2. And now, the last one. There we go. That's all three. There. Now this is the back flush. Okay, now I'll take it out of the water. Ow, my leg. You can feel it getting lighter when you do this. Put it back in the bag. Well, that was a whole lot easier than climbing down a hill. I'll tell you that much. Learned my lesson from last time. So quiet out here. Alright. Now we gotta carry this back. Oh, and it's heavy. Okay, we got water. We made it back to camp. Boy, oh boy. That wore me out. So how's the water taste? Well, we're gonna find out. Tastes like tap water. Just the way I like it. It's about a, I don't know, 5-minute walk over to there where it's easier to get the water than it is to fight off the hill. I looked up before I put the tent down. All the trees look green. They all got leaves on still. We don't get that many trees turning color yet. Guess we need a few more cold nights and then we'll have that. Unlike people up north. But let me show you what I got going here. Okay, I got a bunch of junk over there. There's Luna. Straight up. You're supposed to lay on the mat. Get over there and lay down. Now over here. Now lay down. Down. Sit. Sit. Don't be breathing all over me. Yes. There's our tent all set up back there. You probably can't see the lantern, but it's right in front of the tent hanging. And I got all my pack unpacked over there on the ground. Whole bunch of it. I need to organize. I still got time to make a fire, so I might do that. Okay. We cooked a steak, made a tea. Steak turned out medium rare. All I did was look around the forest floor, picked up some dead branches, threw some cotton balls in, lit them on fire with a match, and up I went. I didn't beat the shit out of the log. I didn't have to run around. It's just so funny when you watch people on YouTube and they say, I gotta process wood. Wood everywhere. There's some squirrel pissed off behind us. Look how calm she is. She's looking. Luna, be good. Look at that. Yeah. Well, I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to eat my steak. And then I'm going to clean this mess up and get my tent ready. Well, we're down to 35. I do have a hat on. Hands are pretty warm. I keep them under the blanket. Luna, I don't know if I can show you this or not. Luna. Luna. What you doing? Lay down. Lay down. Down, down, down. 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 Come on, lay down. Good girl. She cuddles right up to me. With no problems whatsoever. Literally, I throw the blanket over her. And she makes a big noise like complete relief, which is really kind of funny. And you can feel the coldness on top of her fur if the blanket's not on her. And you can feel she's chilly. But once I throw the quilt over top of her, she pulls herself right up tight to me. And she feels that warmth and she doesn't want to move. But it is quite interesting what she does. She definitely keeps you warm and she wants to be warm. So she automatically knows how to survive. Got another, I don't know, another 4 or 5 hours till daylight. And I'm not that uncomfortable. I'm really not. The pads are really keeping you warm. There's no coldness whatsoever from the ground.
The hat helps keep your ears warm. That's about the only discomfort thing, is your ears get a little cold. So a hat's a must. But I would say it's probably just as comfortable as the bed at home. And once you do fall asleep, now well, I'm gonna get some sleep and keep my dog warm. And hopefully it doesn't get any colder. See you guys in the morning. Ooh, that was a cold night. I woke up like, I don't know, I thought it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I looked at the phone and then it changed. It went from 2 to 1. I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh yeah, the clocks go back an hour. I'm like, man, that's another hour of coldness. That was chilly. I don't know if you can see this, but it's foggy everywhere. Unbelievable. I need to get some tea into me. I guess I'll eat one of those mountain houses. But it's cold. It's like 32. In another 2 hours, it's supposed to go up to 38, 40. My hands are really cold. I got double layers on. I left the Long Johns on with the pants and the Long John top with the coat. You gotta start moving, get the blood moving and warm up. I think I took my sleep system down as far as I can go. It was borderline. And Luna really did cuddle up to me. Not all night, most of the night though. I think she got too hot at some part of the night. But when it gets cold and you're camping, the mornings are always the roughest. They really are. Get your bones moving. Legs are sore from walking in. Made it hard to get up. But starting to feel good. I guess to take my gear lower, there's water dropping on my head from the dew. I'd have to run another quilt. The pad was fine. I didn't feel any coldness on the pad whatsoever. But it was cold, but I made it. I'm alive. Okay, we're gonna have some chili and mac. Texan sent me. Looks like macaroni, hamburger, some spices. We're almost boiling. There's some deer behind me snorting like crazy. I guess I surprised him. I woke him up from his sleep. Must be a young one. Snorted for like a good 5 minutes. Still dripping. Fog is everywhere. Leaves are wet. Tent soaking wet. Ouch. Yep, we are boiling. All right, I'm going to have some chili mac on Texan, and I'll be back. Well, the chili mac mountain house, I would give it an 8. Wasn't bad. It's kind of spicy, but it's early in the morning and only 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That actually helped. It actually helped to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It actually helped to warm up the body. Breakfast of champions. Made some tea, chili mac, Mountain House that Texan sent me. Thank you. I am sore. My legs are sore. My lower back hurts a little bit. That was a long haul in here. You know, it's funny when you have. I slept good. I mean, I woke up twice. And one time I woke up, I had to go to the bathroom. And you have to make sure that if you're sleeping and it's cold and you have to go to the bathroom, don't hold it. You're just going to make yourself colder. That's what's going to happen. And you really want to get up and go and then go back to bed, and you'll be warmer in the long run. Luna had to go too. But it's usually what happens when it's cold. You're usually going to get up at one time in the night and go. Just the way the body works. But it wasn't bad until, I guess I would have to guess because I wasn't up. I'd say around 4 or 5, because 4 or 5 I was tossing and turning. And I kept trying to cover her up, and I kept trying to put my arm around her. And to keep her warm. But I did push that sleep system to its very limit right there. Not the pad. The pad was fine. It was the quilt I was using. I thought it was good to 10 Fahrenheit, but I guess it was wrong. Now, I was only sleeping in my long johns, but I suppose I could have put some more clothes on, and that would have made a difference. But I was at my limit. And it's funny, you look around at this mess, I look at the pack, everything on the pack, everything over here I was cooking with. You look at the tent, you gotta roll up the pads. And you're just kind of sitting here in the chair and you're going, oh, I don't feel like it. I really don't feel like it. It's the legs that are so sore. You know? The funny thing about camping, what a lot of people don't realize, especially out of a pack, you live on the ground. I mean, you're literally up and down, up and down. You get on your knees, you get off your knees, you get on your knees. Everything's on the ground, so you're bending over to pick it up. You are literally getting on your knees, going up and down. The 1 pound chair does make it, well, I have to say, it makes it really nice. I'm really comfortable. Legs don't hurt right now when I'm sitting in the chair. But without the chair, I'd be on the ground laying on my side. It just wouldn't be very comfortable. Now, it don't take long to pack up. Maybe it takes, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. But it still takes time. And when your legs are sore, you just don't feel like going anywhere. You just feel like sitting and healing. But you're not going to heal, because it's going to take you a day or two. So I've heard so far 4 deers. They come down here and see me, and then they start huffing. I think they're walking to get away from the hunters. And must have been 40, 50 geese come flying over. And then there was, a few minutes later after that, another 30 geese. So they're flying south for the winter. I guess that cold snap of going down to 32 or so was enough to, well, 28, I guess was enough to say, hey guys, we got to get our butts moving. And I guess they started heading south to get away from the cold. We are getting a little bit warmer. My hands are still cold. But it will get warm enough. Once I get walking, I'll be warm enough. And it's dripping everywhere. We had a lot of fog come in. Trees got all wet. I mean, you'd swear it's raining. But it didn't rain. That must be why it's so muddy back here. The cold water with the heat must mix together and create the fog, which in turn runs back in here and gets the trees soaking wet. And then the trees slowly rain. And that's why it's always muddy back here. It never really dries out because of that fog always soaking down these trees. All because of that river. I drank all my water again. Well, I got a little bit left. I made a tea, so I got enough for a juice, and that's about it. And if I want to get some more, I'm going to have to filter some more water, or just go straight out. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably just end up going straight out. I wouldn't say I had a good night's sleep. I'd say out of 10, I had 7 because of the cold. But compared to dealing with summertime and bugs, I'd rather deal with the cold than I would any other time. So other than the cold, at least this time I got to cook a steak on a fire. And got to eat a Mountain House, which was nice. The filter I put it in, well, not the filter, the insulator that I put the Mountain House in made a huge difference. Nothing was hard, nothing was rubbery. It all turned out really good. So that was nice. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that. That was a big gun. Quite a ways away, but it was a gun. Deer season's in heavy this month. So everybody's out trying to get their deer. I used to do a lot of deer hunting, but the amount of people I see out deer hunting, the odds of you getting shot are pretty good here. You're better off to own a piece of land yourself and then hunt your own land if you want it to be someplace. But every year we get 2 or 3 accidents, hunting accidents every year of some kid getting shot or somebody getting shot. It's just the way it is. So I never ever did hunt in Tennessee. I find people are just a little bit too careless. All right, once I get motivated, I guess I'll start packing up. And maybe I'll get some video on the way out.
Well, this time I hiked all the way out to the road. Usually I have the wife drive in with the 4x4 and go down this mountain. But I decided I'd walk up the mountain, get some more exercise on the way out. The hard part is, once you have everything packed up, and you put the pack on and you feel that weight hit you, you're like, damn. But once you get those first 5 steps in, then it's not too bad. And you start moving and your muscles get... Luna, come here. Once you get your muscles moving and they limber up, then it's not too bad. When I woke up, my muscles hurt, but after I got moving, they didn't. They just didn't hurt anymore. So getting moving is important. If you don't get moving, you just keep hurting. And I thought, well, let's see if we can walk that hill. She says, who's that over there? It's not your friend. I promise, look at her. Luna, stop it. It's not your friend. You wait here for mommy. So, another night out, freezing temperatures, did okay. Couple things I want to change. But, and more so, keeping her warm than me. Shouldn't have wore this 2-pound coat. I shouldn't have wore it. It was too warm coming in. It was too warm coming out. I only wore it so I didn't have to have it in the pack. But I won't be doing that again. Definitely too warm. If I would have got cold, I could have put my puffy jacket on. I did not need this heavy coat. So there's a couple things I could have removed to make life a lot easier. And as usual, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.